Hi everybody, my name is Michelle Dyer and welcome to Intro to Survival Jobs. I am super excited you are here. Back in 2008, I started the website Survival Jobs for Actors. I was on the floor of the old AA building and it was packed audition, and I'm scooting from friend to friend asking for temp agency recommendations, and I'm like, there has got to be a better way. So I went home, I Googled around, I tried to find information on survival jobs. I really couldn't find anything, so I started a website, Survival Jobs for Actors. That's me. Getting a handle on your finances is the number one thing you need to do to ensure longevity in this business. I moved to the city with a chunk of change in my pocket, and I basically blew through it because I didn't know that some of these survival jobs existed. You're going to get to a point in your career where you're going to want to make decisions depending on what path you want your career to take, rather than I need this job for health insurance or I need this job just for the money. You don't want to take a job just because it's a job. You want to be able to do that reading during the week that pays absolutely nothing, but it's with an exciting new director that you met. You want to be able to go to auditions and sit there for 8 hours a day just to be able to sing those 8 bars and get called back and called back and called back and finally get the job. That's what I did when I was non-ec. And you don't want to have to leave at 4:30 to go to your restaurant job. That's why you need to learn about survival jobs. I am making this presentation for the 2008 Michelle who had just moved to the city. That is who this presentation is for. Survival jobs. What are they? Why do I need one? What are my options? Where do I find them? And interview and resume tips. Now, all know we have things to consider. We have to pay for rent. We have to pay for utilities. We have to pay for food. That's not even like fun food, like going out food, like I'm going to the grocery store and getting 7 apples and enough for 7 days of turkey sandwiches and like a loaf of bread, like food. Entertainment. Yes, we do have to see shows for research. Health insurance. Yes, retirement. Even in our 20s, you need to save for retirement. Savings. Yes, we do not just want to go into credit card debt. And a rainy day fund. You have to pay for headshots. You have to pay for lessons. And then all those beautiful miscellaneous business expenses, like you have to pay to have the headshots reproduced. And you have to pay for printer paper and staples and a stapler to staple together your headshots and resumes. So all those little things add up. Types of survival jobs. Now there's promo work, like promotional work, event staffing, catering, entertainment promotional marketing, temporary or temp work, and being your own boss. And we're just going to go through all these different types. Promo work, promotional work. So sometimes it'll be called a promotional model, or you'll be called a brand ambassador. But these are the people at Penn Station handing out like the latest flavor of vitamin water or handing out samples to the new Nutri-Grain bar. That's a promo model, and they're a brand ambassador. So normally the brand will want pretty people, aka actors, to represent their brand, wear their t-shirt, wear a hat, get people to try new things, or get you to take a survey. Actors are pretty outgoing and they're used to talking to strangers, so that's why they love actors for these type of jobs. A promotional model, a person who promotes a product, place, or service. Event staffing. Events are huge in the city. So the Javits Center is the huge event space. There are all sorts of conventions. There are toy conventions. There are insurance agency conventions. There's probably an underwater basket weaving convention. Like there are all different types of conventions in the city. Now, these events need staff to help them get going. So some typical event staffing jobs are handing out gift bags. When you leave, you get little tchotchkes. Checking attendees into a conference. This is huge. You go to the conference, you find your name in the little line. Somebody gives you a badge and a little packet. Coat check, obviously in the winter months, and crowd control / directions. Like they will put people in the hallways just so somebody could ask them where the bathroom is or where the exit is or where a certain place is in the Javits Center because it's such a huge place. So crowd control is huge as well. Catering. Now we've all heard about the actor who's a waiter. but catering jobs are great as well. So food service, hospitality, catering, whatever you want to call it. For weddings in the city, on-site weddings, there are so many wedding venues, galas. So the big organizations, mostly nonprofits, will have galas to make money. So they will find fancy stars to perform, or they'll do an auction, or they'll have a speaker come in, and people will pay like $10,000 for a table and invite 10 people, and everyone will get dressed up, and they will have cater waiters there. Cater waiters, that's also something that you call them. So you can either be a server, you can be a bartender, or since I had no server or bartending experience, I was coat check for a catering company. You got to start somewhere. So, catering info. So when you work with a catering company, they're going to ask for like a standard tux or a standard uniform. A standard tux is usually a white button-down shirt, a black bow tie, black socks, and black shoes. And by black shoes, I don't mean like the cute little Kate Spades that you thought would be great for the city. We were talking like grandma comfort shoes if you were working a catering gig. I think for one of my catering gigs, I had to wear a black button-up and black pants as well. But you want to have this clean and ready to go at any moment, because if a catering company calls and say, hey, can you come in tomorrow, and your tux isn't clean, then you're kind of out of a job. So to get the actual tux part, like the jacket and pant part, OK Uniform on Church Street has a plethora of catering outfits. They have the white tux, the black tux, they've got all sorts of things. So, but the standard tux is the black jacket, white shirt, bow tie, black socks, and black shoes. Temp work. All right, temporary work. This is your typical 9 to 5, and now it's so like 8 to 5 office job. So temp work can be a variety of tasks. I mean, you're just a temporary replacement. So you can file papers. I'm serious when I tell you, on one of the temp agency questionnaires when I interviewed, they asked if I could file alphabetically, like if I knew the alphabet. I kid you not. I was like, score. Reception work. Temp agents usually love actors for reception work because it's a friendly face. We can go, hi, nice to meet you. Who are you here for? You know, we can slap on that smile. We can be personable. We can get up around the desk, shake somebody's hand. Oh, I'd love to take you over there. Can I get you a coffee? Like, you know, we're an actor. Give us a script. We're good. Making travel arrangements for executives. I can't tell you how much I know about international travel now because of all the travel arrangements I have made during my temp and temp to perm jobs. So it's really, really good experience. Temp agency interview tips. Now, if you're interviewing at a temp agency, you're going to have a different atmosphere than if you're interviewing for a brand ambassador job. Now, if you go for a promo model, you might want to look a little more trendy, a little more like you do every single day. If you're going to a temp agency, you want to dress conservatively. Like if you've got a suit, pull it out for the interview, right? You're going to bring 2 forms of ID and your business resume, and we'll talk about business resume later. But if you've got your passport and your driver's license, bring that, because you are going to be filling out a ton of paperwork at these interviews. Now, allow your time to take typing, Word, and Excel tests. Now, I would say at least 2 hours at a temp agency interview, because if they like you, sometimes they will say, can you hang around and take some tests for us, some placement tests, basically, right? They want to see how good are you at Microsoft Word? How advanced are you at Excel? Can you type well? So this little Microsoft.com/en.us/training, go there. Microsoft actually has free training. So like study up before you go to your temp agency interview. And the one question you will probably always get asked at interviews is, tell me about yourself. So have about a 10-second intro. You know, I moved here from the Midwest about a year ago. I've been working consistently in the theater, but I've got a little more time in between jobs, so I want to get some experience in case I want to go into the business world later. That was my about yourself. And then they can ask questions from there. Plan on arriving 15 minutes early. I know in the city it is so hard with trains and it is so hard to figure out delays, especially if you're not used to that station or if you're not used to going to that area of the city. You don't want to arrive more than 15 minutes early, so like find a Starbucks to hang out in, but you want to arrive about 15 minutes early just to give you time to, for me, I like wear my sneaks outside and then I change into my heels in the lobby or in the elevator. Oh, checking in the lobby. It's like Ripley, some of these big studios, you got to check in before you go up to the offices. So sometimes there's a really long line, so you want to make sure you have enough time before you go up there. Write a thank you note. Now, you can do email or snail mail. You just want to make sure you write a thank you note and thank that interviewer for their time. They've taken time to find you or to email back and forth with you to set up the interview. You're taking time out of your day to get dressed, iron your suit, steam that dress, go out and just go to this interview. So you just want to thank them for this time. And then at the end of temp agency interviews, and really any survival job interview, if you're like for a brand ambassador or for a catering job, you want to say, how would you like me to keep in touch? I can't tell you how many times I've gone on an awesome interview and then like a week later I'm like, still haven't heard from them. Still haven't heard from them. They don't like me. Oh my gosh, it must have been awful. Why didn't they like me? Why aren't they calling me? Yeah, they're dealing with like 10 people a day. So multiply that by how many days in the month, multiply that by how many days in the year, and they've got a ton of people coming through their office. A great way that I know temp agents like to keep in touch, at least the ones that I'd worked with, is on the Thursday, they would want me to send them my next week's schedule. So if I was available Monday, Tuesday, I had a big audition on Wednesday and Thursday, but then I was available on Friday, I would say, hi Trish, this is Michelle Dyer. I'm available Monday, Tuesday, and Friday of next week. Let me know if you need anything or let me know if you hear about anything. I can't wait to work for you. Best regards, bye, or something. Hope you had a great weekend, or, have a happy Thanksgiving, whatever's going on, whatever pleasantry you want to put in there. But it's good just to send them an email because if they're on the phone with you, they can't be on the phone with someone else getting you a job. It's like your agent, right? Does your agent want you to call them every day? No, nope, they don't. I mean, with good news, but not like, hey, I'm available. No, send them an email. Business resume. Okay. Your business resume is all of your non-acting jobs you have ever had. And if you want to put in there from 2002 to present professional actors, right? Like put in your line about being an actor because they're going to be like, why is there this huge gap here? So kind of fill that in with the actor line, what I like to put in there. You want to format it in a .doc or a .pdf. Especially for these Mac users, do not save it as a .docx, but just put it like as a PDF or a .doc. So anybody can open it on an iPad, anywhere, just save it as PDF. And use action verbs, right? Instead of, I worked at the Gap, say, I have provided personalized customer service for guests. It sounds so silly, but use action verbs, right? You provided personal customer service. That sounds so nice. And skills really translate. So I just did a podcast with Regina Gatti from Green Key Resources. And she said, like, if you work at a camp, if you were a waiter in high school, if you were a babysitter, all of those jobs translate. If you were a babysitter, obviously you have a lot of responsibility. If you were a server, obviously you have good customer service skills because if you're a bad server, you probably didn't work there for long. So you know how to handle people and you know how to handle rude people. All of those skills translate. So don't be ashamed to be like, I just worked at the Gap and I was a lifeguard in the summer. How in the world is that going to get me a temp job? Put it on there, okay? All right, now here's what a sample business resume would be. You put your name, your address, your contact phone number, and email. Then you can put what you're looking for, like administrative assistant or executive assistant. Then list your computer skills. Are you proficient in Word, Excel, PowerPoint? If you have any Photoshop skills, throw that in there. FileMaker Pro, you can put Mac and PC in there if you're good at Mac and PC. Those are great things to have on your resume. I just put administrative. I Possess excellent organizational, analytical, and verbal/written communication skills. And if you're fluent in any other languages other than English, please put that on your resume. Then I put professional employment experience, put the company name and the city, then put the month to the month that you were in, like example, January 2007 to May 2010, and then the title. So you can just say like temporary office assistant, and each bullet should have the job duties. Provided administrative assistance, answered a high volume of telephone calls, coordinated appointments, processed travel expenses, generated confidential correspondence, reviewed approval for contract and marketing materials. Anything that you can put in an action verb, Google, and Google resume terms. Actually, a really good Pinterest board that I have now for resumes. But Google it and look up terms, and I'm sure you can find something that sounds a little fancy schmancy that you can put your experience in. Other opportunities. You can be a tour guide. You can work merch or concessions for shows. You can do telesales. I know Roundabout Theater Company loves using actors for their telesales because what they do, I think they give discounted tickets to their actors that work in telesales, because then they can talk about the shows that they're calling the subscribers for, right? And then they can talk about theater with the subscribers, and it's like super fun. So it's great sometimes, especially for theater telesales. That's huge for actors. TaskRabbit. It's a website where you can go and you can bid on a job and you can pick out the job. So let's go back to our example where you were auditioning Wednesday, Thursday. If I didn't get a temp job on Monday, I can just go on TaskRabbit and pick out a few things to do and bid on them. And if somebody picks me, then I can do 2 jobs and earn some money right then and there. All right, unemployment insurance. Now, if you've worked all these jobs on the books, you need to list every single thing for unemployment insurance. Go to your state's website on how to claim unemployment insurance. It is different for Jersey, for New York, for Connecticut. So go to your state's website. Google unemployment New York. It'll bring you to their website. What information you need? You need every single job that you worked in the past 18 months. All of the information. The employee ID number, the address, the phone number. Last 18 months. When you're working a lot of theater jobs, it takes some time to get all that information. So you can go back and back and back to the online application, but get all that information together if you're going to call in and before you call for unemployment insurance. Now, you're going to claim weekly. Do not lie. Claim days worked, it says. So, going back to my temp example, if I am on unemployment and my temp agency got me a Monday, Tuesday, and Friday temp job, when I claim unemployment for that week, I need to tell them I worked 1, 2, 3 days that week, right? Because if I auditioned Wednesday, Thursday, and then I worked Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, I need to claim those on my unemployment. I know people who are saying, I just worked a catering job for like a couple hours that day, I'm not going to claim it, or, oh, I forgot, I didn't claim XYZ, or, oh, it's just a couple hours, I was filling in for somebody. Doesn't matter. That employer reports to the unemployment agency, and if your file gets hit that you worked on a day that you claim unemployment for, you can get in deep trouble and you can lose unemployment forever. So just kind of keep track, especially in your calendar and your planner, however you do it, even if it's innocent, just make sure that you claim the days that you actually worked. You need a way to make money no matter what city you're in and whatever time you want to work. That is why I recommend multiple streams of income. So, acting is your business A, right? And then your own business is going to be business B. When you start your own business, whether it's a dog walking business or a personal assistant business, or you organize somebody's closet business that is just your own business and you are working for yourself, that is the ideal perfect situation because you make your schedule and it can be around whatever auditions you want. If you have a callback and you cancel, it is on your terms. that's what you want to do. But while you are building up that business, you're not going to make a living wage overnight. I mean, if you are, that's amazing. Reality, you're not going to make a living wage overnight. So you need these catering temp promo jobs, right? You need to work those as you're building up your own side business B2. Oh, and we're still working on our acting business. I'm not kidding when this is intense. We need tons of money. We need money for our career. We need money for our lessons. We need money for our savings. We need money for our retirement. We are not messing around. Actors, we got to hustle. You are going to be your own boss. Some ways you can do that. Babysitting. Huge, huge, huge. Usually it's a night, so it doesn't conflict with auditions. Go on care.com. Go on sittercity.com. I'm sure there are a ton more websites that you can look at. But babysitting is a great survival job because usually it is at night and you can tell the client when you're available. Massage therapy, especially if you're on the road. You can have other actors as clients, but you can set up only appointments on the weekends for your massage therapy business. Dog walking. You can walk the dogs in the morning, first thing before you go to auditions, or you can go to your audition, then go walk the dogs in the afternoon, or do it in the evening. Whatever schedule you set up, it is your schedule, and people come to you. Etsy. If you sell anything, you need to sell things on Etsy. You need to have a Shopify account. That is a great way. If you make a physical product, definitely look into Etsy and Shopify. Fitness. If you are a personal trainer or if you want to run group fitness classes, those are great ways to stay in shape and be your own boss. Not getting stuck in the gym where you have to work a class on their schedule. Set up a class for Saturday mornings, right? Do a boot camp Saturday mornings. Or say that you only take personal training clients at 5:30 in the morning. So you train from 5:30 to 6:30, shower, go in and audition through the day. La-di-da. Write an ebook. So I have an Amazon ebook called How to Get Your Child into Pageants. What is something that you did growing up or that you're currently doing that you can teach others? So I'm going to go to the point on the bottom right too. What are you interested in and could teach others? Is there a how to knit class? Go up to sell a course, right? There was this girl who started teaching knitting to Upper West Side women and their children on how to knit. Now she can take those lessons, put it on an online course, and sell that course online thanks to New Kajabi. So these are all things that you can do. Use your experience. You can teach someone how to dance. You can teach voice lessons. You can do all these things over Skype right now. You can Skype with someone and do voice lessons while you're on the road. People, especially in the city, pay big bucks to have a working actor teach their kid how to do XYZ. It's like bragging rights for them or something. Amazon Associates. Let's go back to the left. So Amazon Associates is a referral program. If someone buys something through your Amazon Associate links, you get a percentage of the profit. Now, the percentage is 0.02 or it's 2% or 1%. It varies on each item. It's not a lot. You are not going to make a living wage on Amazon Associates, but an idea is you can do YouTube product review videos. So what if you're doing a product review on all this great camera equipment? What if you're really into cameras and photography and you want to do product reviews on all this equipment, and then you put the product linked in your YouTube video and someone clicks on it and buys a $400 lens and you get a percentage of it. So that's definitely something you should think about. MLMs. So these are multi-level marketing companies like Mary Kay, Avon, Arbonne, Unique. They sell makeup and healthcare products, essential oils, Beachbody, P90X. Those are programs where if you buy the program through a presenter, then that person gets a percentage of the profit. Again, you're not going to make $1 million overnight, but with the multi-level marketing, what it is, that's why it's multi-level. If you get someone to come in the business with you, you get a percentage of their profits as well. Anyway, all these different opportunities are ways to work on your own time and make your own schedule. anywhere you are, so even if you're in Denver, even if you're in St. Louis in 1 week and Salt Lake City the next week, you can work any business from a computer, from your phone, right? That's what you want. And you can work that business at 11 a.m. You can work that business at 11 p.m. when you came home from your show and you're totally hyped up. Work your business, email your customers. These are things that you need to create opportunities to make money on your own time. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I would love to hear your questions. So please email me your questions or your feedback at survivaljobs@gmail.com. I totally want to know, what did you like? What did you not like? You're like, I already knew this. Sorry, I didn't know this. I'm literally making this presentation for what I wish I would have known back when I moved to the city. So this is totally selfish. This is for the 2008 Michelle. Let me know. What did you think? Is there something I didn't include? Should I include more on a specific topic? I would love to make those videos for you. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you later.